Hello everybody and welcome back to the More Freedom series. Today we are here at Texas Motor Speedway for the Lone Star 75. This is going to be race number 15 in the More Freedom series season 2 out of 24 races. So we're winding it down here with 10 races left in the season, and the points race is getting really close. There's been some changes at the top, so let's go through your points real fast. Back to the leader in the points is going to be the 96 of Nico 2588 with that win last week. Second place in points is going to be the 33 of ZWTF. Third place will be the 72 of Duchess. Fourth place will be the 25 of JTM 2588. Fifth will be the 187 of Johnny T. Homicidal. Sixth will be the 13 of King of the Aces. Seventh will be the 57 of Nail Clipper Flipper. Eighth will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Ninth will be the 80 of Hall Garrick, and rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 07 of Douchebaggins. So that's your top 10 in points right now, and as you can see, those points are getting closer and closer each race. Great racing all around this entire season, so let's go through qualifying. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 49 of Jetman, and on his outside is going to be the 51 of AJM 2588. Starting third will be the 07 of Douchebaggins, and on his outside the 95 of Zed Brenna. Starting fifth will be the points leader, the 96 of Nico 2588, and on his outside the 71 of Kung Fu Beer. Starting seventh will be the number 10 of It's Some Alien, and on his outside the 55 of Ida. Starting ninth will be the number 1 of Jamal Jackson, and on his outside, the number 25 of JTM 2588. Starting 11th will be the 799 of Mike Check, and on his outside, the 80 of Hall Garrick. Starting 13th will be the number 20 of Adam B 5000, and on his outside, the 300 of Resemble. Starting 23rd will be starting 15th will be the number 23 of Fuller Than You, and on his outside, the 13 of King of the Aces. Starting 17th will be the 999 of Deviant, and on his outside, the 34 of Super Snake. Starting 19th will be the 420 of Queen of Hearts, and on her outside, the number 7 of Seabass. Starting 21st will be the 187 of Johnny T. Homicidal, and on his outside, the number 42 of Mom Games Hard. Starting 23rd will be the number 22 of Sailor Spoopy Moon, and on her outside, the 619 of Balls Deep. Starting 25th will be the number 30 of Corvette Stingray, and on his outside, the 32 of Heck of a Doober. Starting 27th will be the 88 of NM 2588, and on his outside, the 47 of Dom Kizzle. Starting 29th will be the 19 of XJ Snake, and on his outside, the 66 of Syndicate J. Starting 31st will be the number 3 of Geek Girl Games, and on her outside, the 660 of Garrett Miller. Starting 33rd will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack, and on his outside, the 40 of Veteran Chaos. Starting 35th will be the 911 of Danny Cybex, and on his outside, the 72 of Duchess. Starting 37th will be the 00 of Mudbone, and on his outside, the 69 of Arco Creates. Starting 39th will be the 57 of Nail Clipper Flipper, and on his outside, the 11 of TC Roberts. And in the last row, shotgun on the field, starting 41st will be the number 6 of Ice Cream Some Days, and on her outside will be the number 33 of ZWTF. So that's your starting lineup today for this Lone Star 75 here at Texas Motor Speedway. I think it's going to shape up to be a great race. We're going to see some great action today on the track, and happy hour is almost over, so let's go racing. It's an all MBR front row today as we get ready to go racing here for the Lone Star 75. Let's go through that top 10 again real quick. Starting on the pole is going to be the 49 of Jetman. Second will be the 51 of AJM 2588. Third will be the 07 of Douchebaggins. Fourth will be the 95 of Zed Brenna. Fifth will be the 96 of Nico 2588. Sixth will be the 71 of Kung Fu Beer. Seventh will be the number 10 of It's Some Alien. Eighth will be the 55 of Ida. Ninth will be the 1 of Jamal Jackson. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 25 of JTM 2588. So MBR is heavily represented this week here in the starting top 10. We'll see what the finishing top 10 looks like, as they've got 4 drivers starting in the top 10 this week. Leading us down, again, is going to be the 49 Jetman, right behind that beautiful Dodge Challenger pace car. And I'm pretty sure that the rest of this field has something to say about who wins this race, and they're hoping it's not going to be those MBR teams, as MBR has been dominating the polls this year with over half the polls going to MBR. But leading us down, take the green flag, is going to be the 49 Jetman. Right behind him is going to be that 07 of Douchebaggins. Top 10 in points right there for that 07. As we take the green flag, Jetman down into turn 1. 2x2 with, looks like we've got it looked like maybe the 187 ducking out there to make it 3 wide down into turn 1. As we're going to watch this 49 Jetman down the backstretch as the 07 of Douchebaggins right behind him. Here comes that 96 of Nico 2588. And last week with that number 10 of It's Somalian, who crashed to the end of pit road. And we might, I thought I heard a caution fly, or a wreck in there, but no caution yet. As your leader on lap number 1 is going to be the 07 of Douchebaggins. We do have a caution, folks. We've got a caution on the track, as your leader for lap number 1 is going to be the 07 of Douchebaggins. Let's hit your timing and scoring real fast. We'll see who is the leader, and it looks like it is going to be the 07 of Douchebaggins. We're looking for that pace car. Here he comes. So we have to make sure that the pace car gets around all these folks. We've got a couple takers for pit road already. The 49 of Jetman. Looks like probably about half the field are going to be takers on this pit road. I'm not showing anybody out of the race as of yet, so not sure exactly what happened. We'll jump through the field and see what's going on. Last place is the 11, so I mean, that could be our caution bringer outer, as it looks like he is in for an extended stop here along. Nope, gas and go, gas and go. So let's check that caution, see what happened there. Now it looks like this caution is going to be brought out by a little bit of 4 wide action here. So let's go see what happens here. You can see Sailor Spoopy Moon's going to be involved in this. Down on the bottom of the track, it looks like the 34, the 187 to 32 get involved. And it's kind of just a backup right here. It doesn't look like Spoopy has got too bad of damage. Left side damage to her car. 66 is Syndicate J with some damage, but nothing to put them out of the race. Nothing to put them out of the race. So that's what brought out your caution here. So 4 laps in, 1 caution down. 4 wide action there in the middle of the pack brought that sucker out. Unfortunate, because that involved heck of a Duber. Actually, all 4 of the Duber Racing cars were involved in that caution. As you saw, the 32, the 187, the 22, and the 66 all involved in that caution. But again, they don't look too bad. They don't look any worse for wear. We'll see what happens with Jay and Spoopy as the race goes on. Let's go through your top 10 real fast. Again, your leader right now is going to be the 07 of Douchebaggins. Second place will be the points leader, the 96 of Nico 2588. Third will be the number 1 of Jamal Jackson. Fourth will be the 799 of Mike Check, who started in the 11th position. Great finish last week for Mike Check. He led the majority of the laps last week and still had a great finish there at the end. Fifth place will be the number 20 of Adam B5000. Sixth will be the 95 of Zed Brunna. Seventh will be the 13 of King of the Aces. Eighth will be the number 32 of Heck of a Duber. Ninth will be the 187 of Johnny T. Homicidal. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 420 of Queen of Hearts. Saw that 300 of Resemble involved in that accident, but he did not cause that accident, so that's good. That's good. Looks like 3 Aces to Z Motorsports drivers in the top 10 right now, so becoming a perennial powerhouse, or whatever you want to call it, in the More Freedom Series. But we got 1 lap until green, with the lights are out on that on that Dodge Challenger pace car. We're going to see what happens as we go back to green. You know, we love to see 4 wide action, but let's ease up on the cautions there, boys and girls. Remember, we did have probably about from 16th on back pitted for fuel, so maybe 1 or 2 extra laps they'll get out of their cars for this pit stops. But I mean, not too much. I don't think it's going to play a big difference, other than putting all those front runners towards the back. So, not sure. Looks like MGH took 2 pit stops for damage and stuff this caution period, but leading us back to the green flag is going to be the 07. Looks like he missed a shift there as the 96 had to slow up. 96 on the outside, the number 1 of Jamal Jackson down to the inside. Mike check making it 3 wide with the number 1 and the 96. Down to the bottom is that number 1 and the 799 of Mike check, looking to get back to leading the field as he did last week at Phoenix. A fantastic run last week for the 799. And he's looking to continue that fantastic run this week here at Texas, as he's now down to the inside of the 07. Right behind him is going to be the 95 of Zed Brunna. Getting these cars wound up. Out of turn 2 they go. Your 799 of Mike check is going to be out in front right now. The 95 of Zed Brenna dropping down to the inside. Right behind him is going to be his teammate again, that 13 of King of the Aces, who I don't believe has led a lap this year. Looking to lead his first laps on the year as your leader is now going to be the 95 of Zed Brunna. The 13 of King of the Aces dropping down to his inside. Fast action here at Texas Motor Speedway, as our fastest lap is going to be 192 miles an hour as we got 3 wide down into turn number 3. Duber on the bottom, Johnny in the middle, 96 of Nico 2588 right there in the middle, right behind him. Coming in close is going to be the 69 of Arco Creates. Heck of a Duber going to be shown as your leader now, as the 96 of Nico 2588 pushing his way underneath. Getting those drafts by the 69 and now the 71 of Kung Fu Beer. Down into turn 3. Your points leader, the 96, out front of this field right now, looking for those 5 bonus points. And he is going to get those 5 bonus points, as we got 3 wide right behind him for second place with the 69, the 71, and the 57. Nail Clipper Flipper currently running in the 7th in points, trying to get back up to get his points lead back after losing it, as the 55 of Ida is so close, as Nail Clipper narrowly avoiding contact right there, going 190 miles an hour through that turn. Your leader's still going to be the 96 of Nico 2588, with Ida knocking on the back door, along with the 999 of Deviant, and here comes that number 80 of Hog Eric. And the number 3 of Geek Girl Games starting from way in the back. Ida down to the inside, getting pushed by that number 999. With now Jamal right behind her. Ida into the front of the field right now, as she is now going to take the lead from the 96. Right behind her is going to be the number 1 and the 619 of Balls Deep. But the 49 of Jetman, your points, or your pole sitter, is now down to the bottom underneath the 619, followed right behind by the number 30 of Corvette Stingray. 3 deep in the middle of the pack right now. As your leader still is going to be the number 55 of Ida. The 49 of Jetman thinking about making it down to the inside of the number 1 of Jamal Jackson. Great run. Down into turn 1 for the number 49. 55 of Ida down in front of him. Off of turn 2 they go down to the backstretch. Here comes the number 49 of Jetman. And looks like that number 30 13 of King of the Aces getting some push by the 29 of Wishbone Attack. Ida's still going to be your leader right now, as Jetman is right there behind her. Down to the inside he goes, looking to take the lead into turn 1. It's Somalian right behind him, getting pushed by the 799 and the 420 and the 95. So many Aces to Zed Motorsports cars right now in the top 10. I can see 3 on the screen right now, as the 49 of Jetman is going to be your leader down into turn 3. A little bit, about a half a car length up on It's Somalian as they go down the front stretch. Alien looks like he's going to try it on the outside. 799 to Mike Check down to the inside. Here comes Mike Check and the 420 and the 95. Fantastic racing right now here at Texas. This Lone Star 75, not only is it 96 outside, it is heating up on the track, as the 420 and the 95 are trying to push to the front of the field right now. 799 on the outside. Here comes the 25 and the 96, also in the top 10 in points right there. Your leader on the track still going to be the 49 of Jetman, with a 95 of Zed Brunner right behind him. And that number 20 of Adam B5000 making his presence known, as the 25 is trying to make it 3 wide into the turn. It will happen as they go 3 wide with the 25 on the bottom and the number 20 down on the inside. The 420 of Queen of Hearts getting pushed back right now, as the 95 is Zed Brunner down to the inside of the 49. JTM sliding up the track, couldn't hang it down on the bottom. Too much of a push from the 69 and the 96. Nico thinking about making it 3 wide through the turn, and I think he's going to do that 3 wide. He's going to push the 49 on the outside, pushing him back. But here comes the 96 and the 47 now. And it looks like Dom Kizzle making it 3 wide down into turn 1. With the 619 and the 57 giving him the boost with the number 6 and the number 80. Fast, furious action currently on lap number 18 of 51 right now. Your leader's still going to be the 95 of Zed Brunner. He is looking in his mirror saying, yes, please race 3 wide. Let me be out here in front, as he leads another lap here. But here, I think we might have had somebody off right back there. Looked like 00 of Mudbone was out into the grass a little bit. We'll check back here in the middle of the pack. It's the 25 getting squirrely right there, as we're still about 3 wide in the middle of the pack with the number 20 of Adam B5000, the 23. Then the 96 of Nico 2588, your points leader. He's on the outside right there, 3 wide. As currently in last place is going to be the 22 of Sailor Spoopy Moon. We'll see where she is racing at. Oh, 42 of Mom's Games Hard is into the pits. As back to the front, the number 6 of Ice Cream Some Days was almost in the lead right there, as we got the 95 of Zed Brunner. We got pit stops happening right now, as your leader on the track is going to be the number 80 of Hog Eric. 5 bonus points for Eric, who is currently running in the 9th in points right now. But here comes the 57 and the 187. Battle for the lead as pit stops are happening right now. Again, your leader right now is still going to be the 80 of Hog Eric, and as the 57 and the 187 are pitting, that's going to call. There's the 80 is in. The number 6 of Ice Cream Some Days going to be the leader on that lap, but she is going to be passed by the 660 of Garrett Miller. There's her teammate, the 23 of Fuller Than You. And the 7 of Seabass, winner a couple races ago at California. And here comes the number 40 of Veteran Chaos with a great head of steam. We're going to see what the 660 does right here, as Mom Games Hard is right there blocking in front of them. These cars still on the track, not pitted yet. The 42 of Mom Games Hard, if this puts her a lap down, this will be the first lap she's been a lap down the entire season. As the 660 of Garrett Miller looks like he is coming into the pits. The 7 of Seabass and the 10 of It's Somalian staying out. Alien looking down to the inside of the 7. Down to the inside he goes. Right behind him is going to be the 11 and the 4 and the 25. These cars may have already pitted. We're going to find out in just a second. I'm not sure if... Whew, we got everybody woeing up right here. Looks like the 25's coming in, so... Yep, those cars had not pitted yet, so we're going to see Seabass was shown as your leader. I think it's some Alien will be shown as a leader right there. And it might be the 80. We're gonna watch Eric as we go around the track here. As everybody coming out of the pits. And again, it is. It's going to be shown. It's some Alien. It's going to be shown as your leader right now. As Eric, we're going to see who takes the lead. I'm kind of thinking it's going to be Eric, but we're going to watch him as things settle down, get straightened out after all these pit stops. Here comes all those folks out of the pits, so there was the leader. There's the 10. The 22 is I don't think she is a lap down. So it's still being shown as it's some Alien as the leader. I don't think Eric is that far behind. I think Eric's your leader. I am right. Your leader on the track is going to be, like, we had to wait for that timing and scoring to update. The leader on the track is going to be the number 80 of Hog Eric. He is going to be your leader at halfway. Had to write that down so I don't forget. So your leader at halfway is going to be the number 80 of Hall Garrick, fighting for second. Let's see who's fighting for second back here. It's going to be that 57 and the 95 and the 660. Garrett Miller with those pit stops and the great fuel that they have. He is now up to the fourth position. Your points leader, the 96, is currently back in 37th. So we're going to see what happens as the race goes on. These three cars, I don't know if they'll be able to catch Eric. They're 2.2 seconds back right now. Second, third, and fourth right here. So we're going to see what timing and scoring updates to as they get around the 22 right here. So they're 1.9 seconds, so they make about 0.3 of a second up on Eric. And he is currently down into turn 3 right now. They're just getting into turn 3. It's a 95. Zed Brunna almost gets in contact with the 57, a nail clipper flipper. So your battle for second right here between the 95, the 57, and the 660. Two wide battles, and battles on the track are going to allow the 80 to he's hoping extend his lead as they go down the backstretch, and Eric into turn 3. They are now into turn 3. It's going to be some tight racing. Eric has now led 6 laps on the day. He is tied. He will have led 7 laps here. He's tied with DB for the number of, or he's now leading the most laps. Is going to be this number 80 of Hog Eric. So great pit stops by that dump and roll racing team have allowed Eric to get out into front, and so far, I mean, he's a 1.4 seconds up on second and third place. So we'll see what happens as we now have a line of cars as the 07 and the 7 have caught up to these 3 vehicles. And you can now see Eric right there in the picture as the 7 and the 07 hooking up to get around that 57 and nail clipper flipper. Right behind them is going to be the 660 of Garrett Miller. Garrett now down under the 57 and the 95. And right behind them is going to be the number 10 of It's Some Alien, who had that nasty crash into the end of pit road. Glad to see that his driver came back from the stars after being abducted last week. I mean, he does drive for Probed Motorsports, so, I mean, it makes sense. He was, you know, aliens, man. Aliens, bro. As they go down into turn 1, the 20 of Adam B5000 down on the inside of him. As they have now caught up to that number 80 of Hall Garrick. Here comes the number 7 of Seabass. Again, winner at California this year. Down underneath the 07, right there in front, right there behind the 80 of Hall Garrick is the number 7. As it took him a few laps to catch up to him, but they have now caught up and are putting on the pressure. Down into turn 1. I'm guessing we'll have one more pit stop before the end of this race, as Eric's still your leader down into turn 3. They're getting feisty behind him as I'm going to wait. We're going to check. We're going to watch this down the front stretch as Eric still down there in front of the 7 as the 7 pulls it down and beside him, with the 20 and the 07 pushing him along with the 95 right back there, as the 7 of Seabass coming to the lead, but the 20 of Adam B5000 not wanting to be in second place, with the 07 pushing him to the front. Lots of different drivers up front this year so far. So we got the 20, or this race, I mean, as now we have the 619 of Balls Deep, who may or may not have led a lap this year. He is looking to get to the front, lead a lap, etc., etc. Great battle at the front of the pack. Let's jump through the pack. There is that 25. We'll see what's going on back here in the back of the pack, as some of those front runners have fallen from the back, or from the front to the back. There's the 71 of Kung Fu Beer is running currently in the 25th position, kind of out here all alone. The 88, who was running in last place, now underneath the number 420 right there with the 13 of King of the Aces. Again, the 420 and the 13, the 69 were all at the front, and after those pit stops, they have fallen to kind of to the back of the pack. Not exactly sure why, but hopefully, because, I mean, there's the 49 of Jetman, who led a bunch of laps early, and as well as the 55 and the 96. They're basically running here at the back, as the 42 of Mom Games Hard is in. I'm not sure if pit stops are starting or if she's having issues, but MGH into the pits will try to catch up to the front. The battle at the front has gotten wild, as the 25 of JTM 2588 trying to get underneath the 10 of It's Some Alien, with the 6 of Ice Cream Some Days saying, nay, I'm getting underneath you to try to get around you to lead this lap. JTM, who has not led a lap yet, will not lead on that lap, as it's going to be the number 6 of Ice Cream Some Days, pushed to the front by the 187 of Johnny T. Homicidal and the 799 of Mike Chick and a host of others. Down the back stretch they go. Here comes the 07 of DB down to the inside of the 799. We're going to have some lap traffic in front of him with that 911, as the DB looks like he might be getting down to go into the pits. Woes up onto pit road as the 07 of Douche Baggins, the number 6 of Ice Cream Some Days, going to be your leader again, as they are catching up to the back end of that 911 of Danny Cybex. High or low, we're going to see what Ice Cream does. Ice Cream down to the bottom. Johnny down to the bottom. He's going to get stuck right there behind the 911. Off of turn 4, down the front stretch, the 799 trying to get underneath the number 6. Ice Cream still your leader on that lap, as the 00 of Mudbone, who is new to the front end of this race, right behind him is going to be the 25. JTM trying to push the 00 out to the front. Down into turn 3. Almost 3 wide right there. The 25, it looks like the 187 is in. The 799 is in. The 00 Mudbone, you're going to be your leader right here at Texas. Laps winding down, 8 laps to go. The 00, currently your leader on the track. We're going to follow him as the 25, the Ford, as a host of cars have now caught up to this front. Looks like the 40 is getting ready to go in. The 00 Mudbone is in. The number 6 of Ice Cream Some Days back to the lead as the 25 is going to be almost right behind her. And the 7 of Seabass. Seabass trying to give JTM a little bit of a push right here. You can see that draft between the 25 and the 7 as Seabass pushes him. It looks like Ice Cream is in. Your leader on the track is going to be the number 25. That's going to give JTM his first lap led on the day. That's going to be 5 bonus points for him. That's definitely going to help his situation in the points as he is currently running in 4th. He is 89 points behind the points leader, the number 96. And currently Nico being shown in the 16th position. I don't think he has gone into the pits yet as there comes the number 25. The leader is into the pits. I think Vet has not pitted yet. He has not. So your leader on the track is going to be the number 40 of Veteran Chaos. As the 25 is in, let's see what he does right here as he is in. We've got, looks like a gas-only stop for the 25, and he is down, and he's not even down, he is just away. So gas only for the number 25 of of JTM as we have a yellow flag on the track. Yellow flag on the track. So not sure what brought out this yellow flag, but with 4 laps remaining, this could be the end of the race. This, I'm guessing, is going to be the end of the race with 4 laps remaining. So your leader right now, I believe, is going to be shown as the number 40. I'm not exactly sure who I'm actually not sure who the leader is right now. So we're going to wait for timing and scoring to update. Until then, let's see what brought out that caution as everybody's still in the race. So let's go through and see see what brought out that caution. Well, I finally found what brought out the caution. It's going to be contact between the 3 and the 95. So let's go through this real fast. G3 come up into the 95 and just, there you go. Contact between the 3 and the 95. Not really no worse for wear, but still brought out that caution. So from what I'm seeing here, if I'm looking at this correctly, your leader on the track is going to be, with that late race caution right there, is going to be the 25 of JTM 2588. Everybody in front of JTM right now is going to be considered to be the last cars on the lead lap. I'm guessing it's going to surprise me if we go back to green here, but we'll go through your top 10 real fast. Your leader is going to be the 25 of JTM 2588. Second place will be the 7 of Seabass. Third will be the number 10 of It's Some Alien. Fourth will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Fifth will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Sixth will be the 51 of AJM 2588. Seventh will be the number 6 of Ice Cream Some Days. Eighth will be the 66 of Syndicate J. Ninth will be the number 40 of Veteran Chaos. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 33 of ZWTF. So, while I believe Vet is leading us around the track, he is not the leader on the track as we've got 1 lap to go here. Looks like we're going to see a green-white checker to end this race, as we have technically 1 lap remaining, unless that was the white flag. They're not waving the white flag, so I'm not exactly sure. So this is either the last lap or we're going back to green. So if this is the last lap, JTM is going to be your winner. If this is not the last lap, we're going to have a green-white checker. So I guess we'll find out as we go around this track. If the pace car ducks in, we're going green-white checker. If not, this is your last lap. And it looks like the pace car's staying out, so it looks like this might be the last lap. I don't know. We're going to find out. Edge of my seat excitement right here. And we've got a green-white checker, folks. Green-white checker to finish out this race. Your leader is going to be the 25 of JTM 2588. He's going to wind that car up. He is your leader. The 7 of Seabass is, I don't even know. There's the 7 of Seabass. As JTM's, we're going to get the white flag here. 1 lap to go for the 25 of JTM 2588. Crazy happenings right here at the end of the race as your leader down the backstretch. Really no competition from second place. It's really going to be a battle for second and third position with Seabass and It's a Alien, as down the front stretch, your winner today at Texas is going to be the number 25 of JTM 2588. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the last lap. We're going to see as we go down in the turn. Yep. All those cars in front of him are battling still. So, yes, your winner today is going to be the 25 of JTM 2588. These cars were still battling for position up here. So, we'll see where the 96 finished. Looks like the 96 is going to finish in 30th position on the day. So we're going to see what that does with our point standings. Oh, we got some wildness going on back here. But let's go through your top 10 today. Your winner is going to be the number 25 of JTM 2588. Second place will be the number 23 of Fuller Than You. So another second place finish for Fuller this in consecutive weeks. Third place will be the number 7 of Seabass. Fourth will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Fifth will be the 51 of AJM 2588. Sixth will be the number 10 of It's Somalian. Seventh will be the 66 of Syndicate J. Eighth will be the 6 of Ice Cream Some Days. Ninth will be the 40 of Veteran Chaos. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 07 of Douche Baggins. Couple notes. JTM with the fastest lap on the day of 195.523 miles per hour, 27.669 seconds. Eric will have led at halfway and get the most laps led on the day, so 10 bonus points for Eric should really help his cause in the points, as he was 133 off the lead. And with Nico, I'm guessing, if I'm going to do this math right, I'm guessing you might see JTM as a points leader right now, but we'll see what happens in a minute when we calculate all those points. Next week we go to New Hampshire. We stop our West Coast swing as we go to New Hampshire for the New Hampshire Maple Producers 45. And also that will be a IROC Series Week race. So on Monday you'll see the IROC Series race, and Friday you'll see the More Freedom Series race. So congratulations today to the number. Well, let's go through your points real fast. Your points will be right here on the screen. We'll see who's leading the points. I'm excited to calculate those as back and forth action this year on the track and in the points. No, I don't know who's leading right now. You're seeing it. I'm going to calculate it in a minute. So, having said that, congratulations today to the number 25 of JTM 2588. He's your winner for this Lone Star 75. Thanks to that late race caution brought out by the 95 and the number 3 of Geek Girl Games. So we will see you next week
at New Hampshire for the New Hampshire Maple Producers 45. And until then, take care.